Everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to this video on the spring equinox, what you need to know that's coming in the next 3 months. So the spring equinox is right around the corner. A new season is starting in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere you all will be entering fall. So remember, this is all symbolic. I'm going to link somewhere above here the spring equinox video that I did. It's general and it goes more into the spring equinox energies and the symbolism behind it as we get ready to start Q2 of 2024, but also new energetic imprints that are coming. So let's dive in. I'm going to be going from Aries to Pisces, and we are going to take a look at what's coming for you in the next 3 months using tarot and 2 oracle cards that I have intuitively picked. The Unicorn Magic Oracle deck and the Work Your Light Oracle. Let's get started. Timestamps are provided below in the box, so click down there. Aries, welcome my Aries to your spring equinox reading. We're going to take a look and see what's coming for you in the next 3 months and see what you need to know. Okay. I'm just plucking 3 cards. Let's grab your oracle cards too. I haven't turned any of them down. And your last one. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Your first card. We've got Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. We got 3 of Swords, air. I went blank. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Page of Pentacles, earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I should say I didn't even mention this. I just said Wands. I'm like, why did I say Wands? Ace of Wands. Interesting with the fire denotion here. There's a new star, my Aries. Ironically, because of the nodal points in Aries and Libra, we got here. There is some type of relationship or connection. And there's several things coming through here that I feel is going to change for you guys in the next 3 months based on this energy. There's a new start here. Something is shifting big time with a group or with people. And it could have to do with those that are helping you in a positive way, support, healing, or those that may have caused some type of hurt or pain. There's some type of shifting happening. And I feel like you are going to be working through a lot of healing. There's like, I'm getting wounds and traumas, but you're healing that and transmuting that, and that's changing you, and it's offering you a new beginning with your relationships. So the next 3 months is going to offer a time to heal those gaps, to heal those wounds in all relationships, I'll say romantic and platonic, that have come up. It's going to give you confidence, stability, a new foundation in how you do relationships. Some of you may have, I'm getting several things here. Some of you may have put in all the work in relationships and just may have given your all. I feel like I'm like having trouble speaking, you guys. You may have given your all. There may have been miscommunications. You may not have felt understood or heard, or you were simply the one doing the trying. And it just didn't work. It caused just wounding. There's a sense here of wounding, of not being acknowledged or valued for who you are, your individual identity, expression, like being valued, like for me. That's what I'm feeling here. Because with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like there's new stability coming with connections and relations and how you do them. You're entering a new phase of showing up for yourself and showing up for others in a different way, because you're showing up for yourself first and honoring yourself first. This is really big here. Major transmutation happening here. Some of you have maybe gone through a series of different types of relationships. Again, I'm getting romantic and platonic, just almost like flipping, or you may have had repeated squabbles or conflicts or something that keeps coming up over and over, and there was like an impasse or you couldn't get through it with some people, and you may have thought it was you. There may have been power struggles of that sort. And I feel like these wounds came up precisely to offer you a mirror for yourself and ask you, well, wait a minute, how are you contributing and what are you over contributing to? For some of you, this also reflects areas in relationships where maybe because you weren't invested in them, you weren't giving them your all. So the other person or people in those relationships could have felt neglected, could have felt or deemed you maybe selfish, or could have called you certain things because of that. It's going to vary here. But all of this, because relationships, I'll say in general, whether it's friendship or romantic, they're painful if they don't transpire in the way that you want. And I feel like the spring equinox, it's a whole new, it's an ushering, like a new wave of Aries. You guys are doing relationships in a completely different way. And I feel like this is about honoring your sense of peace first within. If anyone is going to upset you, disturb your peace, you got to make sure that you know your value first before putting up with shit. And I feel like many of you have been perhaps meandering, working through, revising, or simply asking yourself, what do I value? What's important to me? And are the connections and relationships that I'm in, do they also share these values? Because if they don't, what the hell are you doing here? Or what am I doing here? Right? Overall, I feel like there's a restructuring here. You're going to take any of you that have been wounded or hurt by other people, you're taking that and expressing that in a higher way that's going to reap rewards for you, because I feel like some of this, perhaps these are lessons that you have to go through, which again, lessons suck from a spiritual perspective. When we see them, we realize they're helping you weed out people that don't deserve your time, your energy, and your presence, and also allowing you to go for, it sounds so corny, to go for the gold, but to go for people that value you, that share your values, that appreciate you. You know, when you're in the presence or company of someone that truly appreciates you and that loves you, I mean, platonic or romantic, you feel it. It's a very different energy than when you're with someone where they don't notice your presence and you're still in the same room and you're giving your time and you're like, what am I doing here? So a lot of healing coming up, more importantly, shifts and changes. In other words, you're transmuting that energy into positive ways. Some of you could benefit from communing with the earth during the spring equinox because you have a lot of fire element. And this is, again, general archetypal that I'm saying, because maybe you're just an Aries sun or Aries rising and you're like, I don't have any other planets or aspects here. Archetypal, what I'm saying, so general. Some of you could benefit from transmuting that energy that you have into growing something. For me, with all the earth energy, this could most notably be related to growing something in the earth or spending time in nature and finding your sense of connection to your spiritual team, to the divine, and to yourself. That could be, again, putting your hands in the dirt. I'm not familiar with all the gardening terms, but raking the dirt, making places for your seeds, you know, organizing the plot and the pots of plants. That could also be tending to yourself, like self-care, taking care of yourself. And this is similar to self-parenting, especially when it's related to wounds and traumas. So for some of you, this could mean taking care of yourself in a way that you haven't before, that helps fulfill and meet those needs that maybe you were looking to other people to fill. So there's an element here of coming up during the spring equinox of spending time nurturing that part of you that wants to feel safe, loved, and that can be done through these earthly activities that I mentioned. Same with stars and constellations. Following the lunar cycles for some of you may help you feel more connected to something bigger. This is a very beautiful energy, beautiful reading. Okay. Let's get your oracle cards. Your first one is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Total Aries, Martian energy. You all are ruled by Mars and you're exalted by the sun. A lot of fire, heat here. A lot of light here. So you're becoming the leader of your own life in a new way. And I feel like the way you show up for yourself, it's going to have a ripple effects in the way other people show up for you. So I feel like the next 3 months with spring, some of you may say, you know what? I'm just going to focus on myself and get my shit together and do what I need to do, whether it's healing, putting extra coins into my self-care bank account. And I say this symbolically. Some of you, it could be literally spending money on this, but this is to say you're going to take care of yourself first and honor yourself first and show up, because when you really inject a lot of love, care, and attention, like you would to anyone else, but you do it to yourself, you start feeling differently. You change the way you feel about yourself, self-concept. You change the way that you do things, the way you move around the world and in life and what you pursue. And when you start realizing, I deserve better, you don't put up with other shit, right? And I feel like this is what's happening. You could say it's like a spiritual glow up, but there's an immense power here where you are taking back your power. You're not letting any wounds or traumas beat you down. You're going to say, you know what? I can turn this wound and pain, these wounds, this pain, into something good. Let's take a look at your final oracle card. We got 16, which reduces to a 7. 7 is the house of partnerships. Soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Let me get the unicorn booklet. This is a really beautiful card. Align with your essence. There are a lot of messages and energies around this reading for my Aries for the next 3 months where it's time to make it about you. It's really time to lean into what makes you you, to honor who you are, and to start pouring into yourself in a way that feels good. It's going to be different for everyone, but it feels good to you. I want to read your message here. Can't believe it. This is confirmation. The process that you're either entering, going through healing, or about to exit. And I feel like many of you are at that later point where you're going to turn this into something gold. We have unicorns are so pure that they can align with your soul, heal it, and raise its frequency. Your soul has to be at least 7th dimensional before you are allowed to incarnate on Earth, and may be of an even higher frequency. Over eons, you have had many experiences. Some of those have bruised you at the deepest levels, and you are waiting to be soothed and healed. Others have lit up and expanded your entire essence. You aren't just balancing your own soul's lessons now. In these special times as we prepare for the new golden age, you are harmonizing and clearing any family as well as ancestral karma recorded in your soul star chakra. In addition, you may be one of the brave and gracious light workers who is undertaking country as well as world karma. This is a great soul offering, and your wondrous unicorn will assist you in transmuting it all. Your guidance now is to ask your unicorn to work with you both in and out of your conscious awareness to heal all that needs to be released and purified. Your eyes are the windows of your soul. So look into your unicorn's eyes. Let me put it here because you don't want to see my face. Look into your unicorn's eyes and ask it to reflect back to you your true soul colors. You may be aware of blue, gold, pink, violet, or any other hue. Seeing who you are enables your celestial companion to bring your core spirit forward to accomplish all the healing that your magnificent soul has undertaken in this lifetime. Heal your soul. Some messages. Relax and contemplate the vastness and wonder of your soul. Call your unicorn and feel its presence. Ask it to reflect your magnificence to you. Look directly into its eyes. Sense or see the true colors of your soul reflected. Let the healing flow in. And an affirmation, my soul is beautiful and perfect. Holy smokes. This reading connected so much here. My Aries, I hope this reading has helped and provided you some empowering guidance for the coming 3 months. I'm wishing you a beautiful spring equinox wherever you are in the world, or a fall equinox, let's say, for those in the southern hemisphere. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Tauruses, to your spring equinox. What's coming up for you in the next 3 months reading. Let's get started and see what is in store for you, what you need to know. Okay, so I drew three tarot cards. Let's draw your unicorn oracle. They're all upside down now, so I can't see them. And your light. Work your light oracle. Okay, let's take a look. We have Queen of Pentacles, Earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Four of Pentacles. More Earth energy. Death card, Scorpio energy. There's quite a few messages coming up right away. There's something in the next 3 months with the spring equinox as you're awakening to your worth, to your value, and something is changing here. I feel like this has to do with themes around security, safety, emotional and psychological as well. And also where you're putting your time, especially in other people. You guys are ruled by Venus, and I'm getting a lot of relationships coming up here. So straight away with the Queen of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, I feel like many of you are, in the coming next 3 months, are really going to be taking a look at how you take care of yourself, how you invest in yourself, what you're doing now and where you want to go or be at, and taking a look, okay, how do I get there? This also has to do with, I keep saying like relationships and people. Some of you are going to be weeding people out, because I'm seeing people like being pushed out. So it could be like purposely where you tell people like it's done, it's over, and this is all relationships, where you kind of grow apart from people. Because I feel like right now in this next season, it's going to be about you. And you guys are part of the spring season. So my Tauruses, you are next after Aries. You are going to be the stars of the spring season show. And I feel like there's a focal point where you're wanting to put that, I keep getting investments, like your time, your energy, for some of you, your money towards you. Some of you, there's like a reflection that I'm getting around people around you where maybe you thought they were supportive or you thought they were real friends or just allies, and they weren't. Because I see, when you share something with someone and then you take it back because they don't appreciate it, that's the energy that I'm getting with some people around you. Because with the Death card, there's some type of change, transformation, or some type of deeper understanding about how you are evolving. And I feel like you're up leveling. Some of you have really big goals. I'm going to keep it general, that you just want to accomplish. Dreams, you could say, wishes. And what you are in right now or a part of, and this could be people, it may feel like you're limited, you're held back, or you've experienced cycles that have repeated and you're like, I can't do or go in the direction of what I want to accomplish because of this person or whatever I'm a part of. It could be part of a job, a structure. Again, for many, it could have to do with your career. Some of you, because Pentacles does signify change in career, but immediately I got values and who you allow in your life and who you are spending time with. Because if you've realized time is what's the word? I'm losing it. We'll just say it's made up on Earth, right? And that's definitely not linear, but it's the energy, the way that we feel it, it's speeding up. And some of you may be realizing, regardless of your age, you may be saying, shit, I'm getting older. Why am I around these people? What is going on? Why am I putting up with this? Or I'm ready to leave these situations or these people. Because I feel like you want to take that time, money, energy, and put it into what it is you want to pursue and start getting things moving there. Some of you, there's a change coming in your job and how you bring in your income. This card to me signifies saving. Some of you, again, this could be tied to the larger goals that I'm receiving here. You may be wanting to utilize your money in a different way that's going to help you down the road. So there's an element of saving. You could be remodeling, almost like looking over your budget and looking over like, okay, where am I putting my money and my funds? That could also include your time, because that's another currency. It's another form of energy. And once we spend the time, we don't get it back. It's a very, I would say it's a serious, it's almost like, okay, let's do a life check-in and see where we're at. Because I feel like some of you are getting ready to elevate in your consciousness, perhaps in your season of Taurus. But many of you are going to let go or release old ways that you used to engage in. It could be with people, belief systems, things that you do. There's a new way of wanting to exist and live. And you're taking charge of it. Some of you may have felt like you were in the shadows or in the limelight, almost as if maybe you gave your power away and you allowed others or situations or circumstances around you to dictate what was going on. When in reality, it's you realizing you've always had the power within you. And some of you, this is going to provoke changes. For some of you, I'm getting home. Some of you are going to be moving in the next 3 months. You could be leaving different people in that move. So it could be roommates, friends, it could be a relationship, romantic relationship. But I feel like there's some type of shift happening here. Because there's been there's clarity coming for you guys. There's been a lot of focus on making others happy or supporting others. And I feel like the spring equinox is having you become illuminated to like, wait, what about me? I keep getting something about time, like time is moving faster. Like, what about me? I'm supporting other people. I'm taking care of other people. I'm there for other people. But what about me? And you're going for it. You're going towards yourself. I feel that shift coming. Your work your light oracle. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You guys are rising up in empowerment and trust, and trusting yourself and honoring who you are. It's this queen energy. You know, when you just give yourself the queen status and you take care of yourself and you honor yourself, it completely changes how you live and how you continue to maneuver and go through life. And I feel like many of you are awakening to this power within you. There's something you guys want to do. There's like a big dream within each of you that you want to start, and you may not have been able to because of where your time, your energy, and your money have been going towards. And there's a complete reassessment happening, and there's going to be a change. And I feel like with the Death card, this is internal. It's not like the Tower card, which tends to be more outward. With this, I feel like this is your decision. You're being asked to shine. And many of you are taking that on. You're like, hell yeah, I'm ready. And many of you may have been asking, like, when is it my time? Spring equinox in the spring season in the next 3 months, you're going to have opportunities. But that means you're going to have to end things that don't support this new way of living and being. Okay. Your unicorn oracle, we got 37, which reduces to a 10. Spiritual warrior. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. Look at this. I'm going to read you the message in the book. You guys are taking ownership and command of your own life. And I feel like it's definitely going to start, obviously, in Aries season, because a lot of these shifts have been coming since winter season. Because we have some Capricorn and Scorpio energies here. Okay, the spiritual warrior. When you are a spiritual warrior, you are strong, courageous, and wise. You use your power to protect the weak and vulnerable. You are honest and honorable so that people trust you and are loyal to you. You are emotionally mature because your masculine and feminine qualities are in equilibrium. So gentleness is balanced with decisiveness, compassion with firmness, and serenity with action. You are a natural leader with authority, charisma, and grace, and you empower others to do their best. When you receive this card, you are being called to look within and see that you have the qualities of a spiritual warrior. Stand in your power with wisdom. Your unicorn is alerting you that choosing this card means that the universe will bring forward an opportunity for you to show your mettle. So be prepared. At this level of spiritual development, you no longer make requests, for you are a leader who commands. So be clear and firm about what you want and where you are going. Know that legions of angels, unicorns, and light beings await your orders. Command these forces of the universe to align behind your intention, and they will support you. The unicorns will light up your visions and pour higher blessings over you. You are a force for good. Be one who enables humanity to make a jump, shift into the new golden age. Okay, the command exercise. It says, command the universe. Be clear about what you're bringing forth. Stand tall and firm. Raise your frequency by invoking the Christ light. Call on your unicorn to light up your energy fields. Firmly tell the universe aloud what you want. Use your authority to command the forces of light to expedite this. Know that it is now coming forward. Prepare for it. Here's your affirmation. I act with authority and strength. My Tauruses, I hope this reading for the spring equinox next 3 months has helped. Comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Geminis, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. I'm Christine. Let's get started. We're going to pluck 3 tarot cards and then 2 oracles to see what messages are coming for you. Okay, they're all upside down. I'm just plucking them all so we have them. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. We've got 8 of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The High Priestess. We've got Cancer here. Page of Swords. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This is air energy. You guys are growing. Something that's going to, there's several things here, that's going to be very emotionally fulfilling. Some of you are connecting to, especially if you're wondering, what do I want to do next? What do I want to offer? What do I want to pour my time and energy with and grow in this season? I feel like you're going to see rapid growth, but more importantly, what you do is going to be very much connected emotionally to how you feel. So this is going to be something that you can work on for a long time. Again, this could be a project, a particular hobby, or a goal. It could simply be reading as well, but there's something where you are dedicated to putting your energy towards growth, and you're going to see it quickly. I'm also getting a lot of messages here coming in about this work throughout these 3 months that's going to allow you to achieve, prosper, grow quickly, and reach, you can have milestones, targets, or goals that you want. You're going to see this in the tangible world pretty quickly. There's something about messages and paying attention to what you're receiving. Some of you are going to be, because I'm getting like quiet down so you can hear the voice. Because these represent messages that are coming to you. Some of you are either honing or opening up to new psychic gifts. So you're going to be receiving this information, we'll just say this extrasensory information, through a different channel, or it'll be heightened. So you'll start noticing when it's coming in. And it's going to be connected to what it is that you are wanting to grow. So this is going to be important because some of you may be focused, I would say maybe more logic oriented, where you think more with your head and you're analytical, which is natural for Geminis because You guys are ruled by Mercury. But these are going to be messages that are going to come in pretty quickly. Some of you are telepathic as well, or opening up to that gift, where you're all of a sudden going to receive really quick insights that are going to nurture this craft. This is going to be very, again, different for everyone. This could be a career or a job. It could be a particular project. It could be a goal that you're doing. But this entails the work and the building and the moving ahead and trying to reach or pursue the results that you want. They're going to come more from the spiritual domain, which is really interesting here. So instead of looking up, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to the bookstore and I'm going to get help on how to do this. Maybe it's like which herb to use for your tea making ceremony. A lot of this is going to come from within you intuitively. So some of you are strengthening, I would say, discernment, but your intuitive channel. You're learning to trust yourself. You're going to be receiving messages and you're going to know things that you may wonder, like, how did I know this? And it's going to help you continue to grow and work towards this goal in the spring equinox. Again, remember, the 8 of Pentacles precedes the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is abundance and blessings that are coming. So many of you may be at the stage of working really hard at something and putting in your energy. And if you are experiencing frustrations, it may be a time, for you to back a little bit away and ask yourself, okay, you know what? I need to rest and change up my energy, because the energy is going to help be receptive to this information. And it's going to come in really quickly, especially with the sword energy and with the moon energy. This could also, for me, there's some hidden, if you are experiencing self-sabotage or things that feel like blocks or hardships, they're going to come to your awareness. They're going to be illuminated to you from within. So it's going to be important to listen here. You guys are getting very much in touch with your intuition on what's feeling good over the next 3 months, especially as it concerns your energy, your output. For some, this could be, again, how you make money, your career, it could be your work. But there's strong messages here about leaning into your intuition, where this is all going to come through for you. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. For your light your way, we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Some of you may not always trust what it is that you're receiving, especially when it concerns yourself, your goals, your wishes, and what it is that you are pursuing, like goals, objectives, etc. And there's going to be a point within these 3 months where you're going to, again, it's kind of like when you finish a race and you cross the finish line and you're like, yes, I'm done. There's going to come some type of, here, like it says, crossing the threshold, entering. And this to me is more symbolic. I don't feel like many of you are going to cross a portal and you're going to be like, I know now. It's going to be symbolic, energetic, if you will, where you're going to elevate in your consciousness and be aware that a lot of the information that you are needing for these next steps here, because many of you are putting in a lot of work, have been working a lot. When I say working, it could be, you know, working at a job, working towards a particular goal. Maybe some of you are entrepreneurs as well, building a business, but you're putting in a lot of investment, energy, time into growing something, and you're going to see it. Some of you will be open to the assistance that comes your way. A lot of communication coming through here. And this is going to help you. There's a point here of letting go as well. I keep getting something about trusting yourselves. Whenever you get an intuitive or psychic message, especially if it's new or it seems like way out there, it's really easy to discount it. And you're being called during the season to trust that. Some of you are simply learning to, how do I say this, utilize, play with, manage both the light and dark aspects in your life and the messages that you're getting, because many of you, I feel, have a high degree of receptivity. That's very easy to receive messages, but it's almost like the messages are flying by. Get your unicorn oracle. We got 29, which reduces to an 11. Mahatma energy. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension. You're getting ready to go up. Don't be surprised within the next 3 months, especially when we enter Gemini season and crossing over with the summer solstice in Cancer, for you to start getting big epiphanies fast. Almost as if you ask, you know what, you just think in your head, I really need help with marketing in my business, or I really need help with learning how to cook this fish, and all of a sudden you get it. There's a materialization happening right now with your thoughts, but there's an energy here of learning to manage it yourself too, because some of you, again, discount it when you're being asked not to. This is going to aid you in this. I'm going to read from the Unicorn book this message for you all. Mahatma energy. I feel like you're going to accelerate. Some of you are going to have fast, we'll just say accelerated processes of growth of consciousness, where you go up quickly and things just really start expanding. In the golden era of Atlantis, many great beings contributed towards a special pool of light. It formed a high-frequency golden white group consciousness known as the Mahatma energy. Unicorns added their light to it, as did Buddha, the Christ, the 12 rays, and many others. The Mahatma energy accelerates your ascension 1,000-fold. When you chose this card, your unicorn is inviting you to call the Mahatma energy in through your 12 chakras to activate them to their highest potential. Ask it to flow through your energy systems to break up and clear old patterns that no longer serve your growth, and to keep the glands that govern your health and spiritual well-being strong and active. Also send it to others to help their health and their ascension. When the Mahatma energy flows through you, it forms a pool of high-frequency light in the earth below your feet. Your unicorn is asking you to offer it to Lady Gaia to help the planet to ascension. Your guidance is to invoke your unicorn and ask it to hold you in the highest possible light. Then invoke the Mahatma energy to build your crystalline light body and prepare yourself for the new golden age. Here is how to call in the Mahatma energy. Be aware of your unicorn holding the light for you. Invoke the Mahatma energy. Sense its white golden light flowing down into your stellar gateway, your soul chakra, and your causal chakras. Let it pour into your crown, your third eye, your throat, and your heart chakras, then your solar plexus, navel, sacral, and base chakras. Let it stream down your earth chakra, which is a silver ball beneath your feet, to form a great pool of light below you. Visualize it spreading out to all parts of the world. Now let the Mahatma energy spread over and through your entire energy fields, breaking up any old vibrations and building your crystalline light body. Know that it is accelerating your ascension. Here's your affirmation. The Mahatma energy flows through me. I'm getting that song. I think it's Coldplay. I'm not 100% sure. Speed of Light or Speed of Sound. Do you know when you upgrade a computer, it starts working better? Like you feel it shift? That's what I'm getting here with you guys, but this is a mental, emotional, and intuitive capacity. So get ready in the spring equinox. Many of you, this is big. This is a huge spiritual process many of you are undergoing. Maybe this is a collective Gemini, where you are going to be, there's something about your thoughts just materializing quickly, where you are getting ready to be able to harness and manage this, and you're going to see a lot of things start to bloom for you. This is really powerful. I've never seen this type of reading before. My Geminis, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below and let me know if this has resonated. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Hey, my Cancers, welcome to your spring equinox. Next 3 months reading, we are going to pull 3 tarot and 2 oracle and see what's coming up. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to pull your 2 oracle cards. Everything's turned upside down. And let's pull a unicorn. Okay. Let's get started. We have the 5 of Wands, Leo energy, Spire, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Whoa. Cancers. Next 3 months, this spring equinox, there has been conflict in your life, drama, anything that has been disturbing your peace, or maybe it could be draining your energy. It has been around you or maybe coming, but I feel like it's to show you something and to have you step up. Because this could be occurring with people that you are either married to, you're in some type of committed relationship or contractual relationship. It could be a job, for example. And I feel like some of you are going to be changing jobs. This is literally putting your foot down and setting boundaries with people, cutting people off. A lot of energy. You're just like cleaning up here with people in your life in general, and anything that disturbs your peace, because I keep sensing of returning home. I'm getting Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, the one with, I think it's from 1932, 1933 with, what's her name? Crap. She's well known. Judy Garland. And I keep seeing her, I just want to go home. So some of you may be looking for that sense of safety, security with people in your life or environments. Again, wherever you put your time and attention and energy. And with the Wands, Hierophant, Taurus, for some of you, this could be, again, workplaces, school places, but wherever you are communing with people and environments that are causing any disturbances in your peace, it's going to come to an apex with the spring equinox. For some of you, I feel like this has already been, like you've gotten hints about this. It's nothing new. You may have already experienced maybe conflicts, disconnection, disagreements, squabbles, or like, I don't feel like I fit in with these people, or like they're getting me, or I just don't feel connected. I feel like that's happening, especially if it's someone close to you, because the Hierophant could connect to contracts. It could be marriages. It could also be someone like a guide or a mentor that you're working with. But it signifies longevity. So these could be people you've known for a while, someone you've been in a relationship for a while, platonic or romantic. But because Taurus is ruled by Venus here, and I'm just getting the energy here. For many, it's going to be close relationships. Think like good friends, BFFs, significant, like a romantic partner. It could be like work colleagues, the boss, that type of energy. It's not going to be like an acquaintance you see every 3 years, nothing like that. Some of you are learning to stand your ground, and this spring equinox, you're going to have, I feel like some of these situations that have been popping off around you and before this spring season and throughout, they're showing you it's time to step up. They keep like pushing you, inching you towards standing your ground, setting your limits and boundaries, speaking your truth. And some of you are learning that. And these are some of the lessons that may feel very uncomfortable, very hard, but also how to find that balance with maintaining who you are and protecting your sense of peace, your energy, and what feels right and good for you with people and just with anything around you, and when it's time to let go. Because this energy, the King of Swords, this is someone who will not have any issues letting go. Some of you are going to be ending relationships. More importantly, it's just ending this energy here. Some of you have been involved in group dynamics and relationships in general and in environments that are just traumatic, disruptive, conflictual. They may just disturb your peace, in other words. So anything that's disturbing your peace, I feel like you guys are going towards taking a stance and saying, no more, I'm done. A lot of cutting out here. You're setting firm boundaries. Some of you may start working on this through books with a boundary therapist or coach, someone who specializes especially in interpersonal relationships and collegiate dynamics. I would say, like, I'm getting with different levels, so higher ups, bosses, and also in those types of institutions that have that type of vertical structure, because there's power differentials here that could be happening. You're taking control of this. Some of you are also speaking your truth, and you're being encouraged to, because you may have been someone that stays quiet. And what's interesting, because Taurus is an energy that values stability. So this could be someone that you've known, again, for a long time, where you're starting to see that the stability is not going to work with this person, this environment, or these group of people. It's going to be hard for some of you because we got Leo energy and Taurus, which are fixed signs, and they generally will stay way beyond their expiration date in situations that don't serve them. Not because they enjoy, the discordance, the chaos. It's because there's an underlying connection to the people generally. Like, you may have known them a long time. There's some meaning there for you, but you're also being asked, you got to speak up and also protect your energy yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? Because you're going to keep getting this shit. And I feel like the universe is asking you in the spring equinox, it's time to stand up for yourself. Look at this energy. It's a very powerful, strong energy of letting people know what your stance is, and you're not afraid to cut anyone else or anything out if people continue acting in the way that they do. Let's take a look at your Work Your Light Oracle. We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. You guys are learning to own your authority, command your presence, and garner command from people, because the way you get respect from people is not being nice. I'm not talking about being a bitch and being an asshole to people, but being a pushover and allowing people or to do what they want and staying muted, I should say. Staying quiet and not raising your voice. I'm not talking about loud, but speaking up. That's what garners respect. And I feel like people around you may have taken you for granted, because some people may have thought this person's going to always be there, or they're not going to say anything, or essentially the way you responded allowed them to think they can get away with how they're behaving. And these energies, look at their posturing. You can tell you guys are transforming into kings and queens. And this is just symbolic to say you are owning the regalness of your life, the beauty of your life, and connecting to standing up for what you believe in and what's true for you. You're not taking shit anymore. Spring equinox is like, okay, the winds are coming. We're going to clean out all of this. For your unicorn oracle, you have 20. Rose, gold, cosmic pool. Bathe in cosmic love, soak up wisdom. We've got a lot of animals here. We have the owl, the unicorn, rabbit, cat, dog, bear. It looks like a deer, something with an antler, and a tiger. So some of you may connect to these animals, like a spirit animal, and may want to look up the meanings. Intuitively, I would ask yourself, because I feel like you already know. Many of these speak to strength, loyalty, trust, wisdom, knowledge, taking responsibility for yourself, ownership, and leadership. I'm going to read from the Unicorn book. You guys are scaling up, and I feel like the illumination is coming about you. Okay, rose, gold, cosmic pool. Here you go. Let me see. Okay, little glare. Okay. You are blessed to receive this special invitation to bathe in the cosmic pool of love and wisdom. Source love is pure white, containing all colors. One of these is a rose pink, feminine energy of pure unconditional love, compassion, romance, harmony, and beauty. This flows to us through Venus, the planet of love. ironic because you have the Hierophant. Taurus. It's one of the Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Taurus is one of the co-domiciles. I feel like for some of you, this is romantic partnerships. This flows to us through Venus, the planet of love. At the same time, source wisdom is projected directly onto Orion, the planet of wisdom, as a golden light. Its sagacity includes the ability to consider a situation from a divine perspective in order to find a solution for the highest good of all. It is a masculine energy that balances and moderates raw power and brings peace, justice, and higher knowing. I keep getting something about Libras in here. As a gift to help our ascension process, masters from Venus and Orion have now merged these energies to form a glorious high-frequency rose gold pool of love and wisdom. This card is an invitation to soak it in and absorb its qualities. This will bring you into perfect equilibrium. Strong themes with the relationship axis here. Some of you, you're dealing with the romantic partners. It could be spouses, partners, significant others, whatever you call it. Rose gold is one of the new higher colors being sent to Earth to help us all on our journey to the new golden age. When you choose this card, you are being asked to draw it into your energy fields and then spread it. Others will be influenced by it without being consciously aware of it. Your unicorn guidance is to be an emissary of love and wisdom. Rest in the cosmic pool of love and wisdom. Call your unicorn. Ask it to take you to the cosmic pool of love and wisdom. It flies with you through the dimensions. Ahead you see a breathtakingly beautiful rose gold pool. Masters from Orion and Venus greet you. With gratitude in your heart, enter the sparkling pool. Soak in the golden wisdom and rose pink love. After a while, your unicorn calls for you and takes you back to where you started from. Affirmation: I radiate love and wisdom. Some of you are learning through these situations during the spring equinox with what's happening here and what will be unfolding is why some of these relationships or energies in your life have to break apart, because it was to help promote this healing for you and to integrate these qualities about love, compassion, empathy, that you can exist for people in a way that honors who you are, but you do not necessarily have to involve yourself in those situations or even continue in those partnerships. My Cancers, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Leos, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. Let's take a look and see what's in store for you. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. Oops. They're all turned down, so I don't see any of them. And then we're going to pull 2 oracle cards, a Work Your Light and a Unicorn card. Okie dokes. Let's see what you have. We have the 4 of Swords, Libra energy. We have the Ace of Cups, Pisces. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Virgo energy. I'm getting this song right now, Leos, about what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stand a little taller. I think it's Kelly Clarkson. You guys are strengthening, how do I put this, your core values, who you are, your energy, the energy exchange, the reciprocity. Whew, there's a lot when it comes to the stability of yourself with others, with how you communicate, how you honor yourself and relationships. Four of Swords is retreatment, like retreating back. I feel like some of you have overthought or have been overthinking and have sometimes trouble expressing what it is that you truly desire, like your needs, your wishes. And sometimes that stumps you in relationships, especially romantic ones, but also any relationship. Because I feel like you're being reborn. How do I put this? This is hard for me to translate. The foundation in which you connect and relate to others, all relationships, but especially the ones I denoted, like romantic, you're shifting, you're becoming stronger. But it has to do with honoring your truth first. Because what I'm getting here, excuse me, some of you retreat back when you want to say or express something. Or you may, when someone says something to you and at first you don't say anything about it, and then after a while you keep thinking about that over and over and over, like analyzing what someone says. That's what I'm seeing here. Keep getting, don't allow your truth to almost blend in to fit other people. Because what's happening with the spring equinox in the next 3 months, I feel like there's a new level, you can say an awakening of consciousness, and new doors opening for you to solidify and create firmer foundations here around your emotions and stability. A lot of this is coming out around how you express yourself, especially your emotions and relationships. Not to keep quiet, not to fixate on what other people say and like replay it over and over, and to ask people. Because I feel like some of you may have willingly taken things and you may have been upset, because I'm getting some like post grief, I'm getting disillusionment, upset. When you tell someone I'm good, I'm fine, or even they tell you that and they're not. I'm feeling underlying energies here where you have stuff that you need to say, or just be truthful or honest in your responses with people, especially those that you're close with, and stop holding it in just to appease people or to mitigate any disagreements or conflict, because that is going to strengthen your emotional capacity, your emotional intelligence by yourself. But when you come into a relationship with others, it's going to create a firmer and stronger foundation for that relationship to grow. I didn't do this for the others. Let me clarify the Four of Swords. I feel like some of you have difficulty communicating your needs and your desires. And you guys may be dealing with overgiving. And the spring equinox is asking you to do this in a different way. Because you got Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. But you first have to realize, okay, what am I being taught here? What is it that I'm learning in these situations? Especially if they keep happening over and over and over again. And you keep getting the same type of situations that leave you feeling like this. This is not content. It's like you keep replaying something over and over in your mind. Can we clarify the Four of Swords, please? Can we clarify the Four of Swords? Okay, we got the Knight of Wands. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Some of you simply need to allow yourself to learn to get mad and experience the different expressions, octaves, and spectrum of emotions. I feel like this has to do with some of you, again, growing up, what you've experienced in different relationships, especially romantic, but it could be platonic too, and how you may have tried to prevent things from quote unquote spiraling or coming out. And I feel like you're going to be navigating and strengthening this communication muscle in the spring equinox, learning to deal with the volatility of communication in a safe and healthy way, where you can express, and it's okay for you to express your anger, and it doesn't have to show up in ways that were scary or that you've experienced. Because sometimes if you've experienced that, like huge eruptions from people at you or violence, you think that anger is wrong, it's bad, and when it comes up, you do everything to squash it or to prevent it. And I'm feeling here, allowing yourself to express the different sides of emotions is going to be very healing for you, extremely healing. And it's going to elevate all of your relationships. Look at this. These are amazing cards. It's a new chapter, a new opening in these relationships. It could deepen some of your existing relationships if you have people that are willing to hold space and work with you on this. For others, it's going to leave them. They're going to disappear, either fall away organically, or you're going to make the decision to do that. I feel like it's you that needs to allow yourself to express. Okay, let's take a look at the Work Your Light Oracle and see what other messages you have. You got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess. This taps more into the feminine energy. Again, this speaks more of the emotions. So many of you are going to be leading from an emotional heart space with your emotions from a different level, we'll say. Think of it like a video game or Nintendo. You're going to the next level. So you're going to be learning how to express yourself with all ranges of emotions. So it can be uncomfortable, but it's going to expand your heart space. It's going to expand the quality of your relationships big time. Have you ever connected to people that when something comes up and you're like, hey, we need to talk, this wasn't okay, or you say something that obviously is not happy-go-lucky, you're like, I need to speak my truth, and the other person may not know how to deal with it, or they retreat, or something happens. Most of the time, folks like that just do not have the emotional bandwidth, capacity, and emotional intelligence, which has nothing to do with their intellectual aspect. It's just the level of their emotional maturity, where they're at emotionally. They may not be able to hold space or be able to participate in that for whatever way. And that's reflected to you, especially when you have disagreements or you're wanting to bring something up or call someone out and you're like, hey, this is what you did and it hurt me or whatever. And you'll know pretty quickly where someone is at emotionally if they kind of fade away or they're not able to discuss it with you. I feel like you're going to start demonstrating this. You may start experiencing restlessness in some of your relationships and with people, and also being shown, I should say, that's a better word, being shown different opportunities for you to express what it is. And this is the way that you are being called to lead, through your emotions. So many of you are emotionally growing. This is one facet of who you are. Your Unicorn Oracle 11, look for the signs, pay attention, expect an answer. I'm also getting some of you have kept yourself stuck in relationships that you were not satisfied in, that did not give you the, I'm getting quality of resonance, but you know when you give out something and you, for example, easiest example here, you're someone that may be, oh my gosh, I'm having difficulty talking. You're someone that likes to connect deeply with others. You connect with someone and you may have like a good deep conversation with someone. All of a sudden, things just change and maybe the conversation becomes more shallow or it becomes kind of weird and they start talking about things where you're like, what? And I'm feeling like these situations may be coming up where you're realizing, I don't want to do these types of relationships anymore, where we're skirting the surface or we're avoiding talks that we need to talk or issues or things. Your soul is wanting you to grow, Leos. And so situations may come up where you're like, what the hell is going on? Where people are showing you or pinging at you or annoying you in some way, and it's because the universe is provoking you. Well, you got to express that and express your discontent, and let people know it's time not to play it safe in that way where you repress what you say. Otherwise, you're being guided to evolve and continue moving on and not hold yourself back. Some of you have been holding yourself back in relationships with people because you are afraid of leaving them, and for so many reasons beyond the scope of this video. You may be afraid that you'll never find someone. You may be afraid that you won't ever have friends again, or whatever it is. And that's something that you're being asked to really lean into and think about. Let me read your unicorn oracle card. That just came up to me, so I wanted to say that. Your unicorn has many ways of letting you know that it is with you and helping you. It often indicates its presence by drawing your attention to a little white feather. If you see one, acknowledge and bless it, and then thank the unicorn. If you have asked your unicorn for assistance or for a message, it will always reply. It can give you answers in many ways. It may respond by drawing your attention to a page in a book or an article, or a person may speak the words your unicorn wants you to hear. Be aware of other signals too. Unicorns carry Christ light, which is unconditional love, vibrating with the number 33. So see this number as a sign of their presence. A unicorn toy, t-shirt, or picture of a heart, or a picture of a horse-shaped cloud are all indications unicorns are with you, as are an unexpected rainbow or a dove of peace. Anything unicorn related in an unusual place can be a sign. Receiving this card is itself a signal that your celestial guide is close to you. Your guidance is to ask your unicorn a question and to watch out for the response. It will come. Trust the process. Receiving a sign or message from your unicorn. Decide what you want to ask your unicorn. Close your eyes and breathe in pure light. Pure white light. Trust or sense that your unicorn is connecting with you. Couch your request respectfully, silently, or aloud in words such as, "Beloved unicorn, please give me a sign of your presence." If you're looking for an answer to a particular question, say, "Beloved unicorn, please show me," insert your question, "in a way that is totally clear to me. Thank you for what it is about to reveal." Then stay open to a sign from your celestial helper. And the final affirmation, I trust that my unicorn is bringing me answers. My Leos, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I will see you soon. Welcome, my Virgos, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. We are going to pick 3 tarot cards, and then we're going to get 2 and see what's coming for you in the next 3 months. What do you need to know? Okay, let's get Oracle. Okay, let's flip them. Your first tarot card, we've got the Sun card, Leo energy. We've got 9 of Wands, more fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Knight of Wands, more fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Wow. Direction is coming, especially when it pertains to your goals. Some of you may have felt stuck. I'm getting confused, lack of clarity, foggy. You know when the light turns off and you can't really see and you're uncertain? Imagine it meandering through the darkness, and you may be using all other senses, maybe touch, feel, scent, to navigate. I feel like a lot of clarity is opening up with the spring equinox and spring season, naturally so, because we're going to see more light. It's going to bring a lot of, opportunities for healing, abundance, different things that connect to where it is that you are wanting to put your time and energy towards. So it could be a goal. The sun also represents your career path, your ambitions. It could be your reputation as well, your vitality, life force energy. But I also feel there's a level of expansion and growth here. Some of you are going to be traveling. You're looking at new horizons, new vistas, or vistas in English. You're looking like beyond what you have in the mundane. In other words, you're looking beyond what you've been doing. Some of you maybe have been in a situation or living your life in the same way for a long time, and you may be feeling that itch, that pull. You're like, you know what, I gotta go, I gotta do something, I gotta change something up. I'm ready to stretch myself in many ways, energetically, physically, spiritually. And all of these energies, they speak to a lot of, again, creative output, what you find joy and pleasure in, your ambitions and goals and drive, your energy. This could also have to do with health, mental health, healing, relationships too. Not all, because what I'm channeling right now is some of you may have felt caged or stuck in certain limiting relationships. Doesn't mean that the other person may have been toxic or bad. For some, it could be. I feel like you may just know instinctively, like, this is it. Like, this isn't, or these aren't the people that I want to stay connected to. Sometimes we can only grow so much with certain people, and then you ever realize people just leave your life, or you leave theirs, whatever the case is, it's because your soul intuitively knows it's ready to grow and go to the next level. So some of you may be wondering, I'm getting this right away with the 9 of Wands. Some of you may be wanting to go further from where you live now, maybe travel, move for an opportunity like a job, start somewhere new. A lot of new beginnings here, and there's a lot of, like, you know, when you just have that itch, you're like, almost like an impulse. You're like, I have to do something. I just have to. That I feel like is murmuring within you. And I feel like some of you are considering and contemplating things that grow you. Again, some of you could be returning back to school, wanting to attain a different level of knowledge or learning or skill. I'm seeing a lot of travel here, expansion and growth in new environments, new habitats, new people, new routines. So Virgos, some of you are doing big cleanups in your life, and I feel like the spring equinox is knocking at you and asking you, where do you want to go, and are you ready to let go of where you're currently at? Because if you have any, we'll just say, people that are around you that are not in line with your goals or don't support you, that's going to be something you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want to still stay where I'm at? It's going to be hard because some of you, it's going to mean leaving people. There are no cards here that signify leaving people, but I'm feeling this energetically. Some of you are going to be going in directions and splitting up with partners and leaving situations you've been a part of because your soul's like, it's time, we want to expand. Some of you want to feel excited again. You want to feel that spark. And because, you know, when you've done something for so long over and over, it's like eating the same turkey sandwich every day. As kids, just imagine the same lunch you used to eat. I remember I would get so upset. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, there are bigger and worse things to worry about. But it's that type of energy when your soul has been part of something and you just haven't been able to learn or grow in new ways. And it's coming here. Some of you may experience, you may get opportunities that are going to move you again to new locations. Strong relocation, moving elements here. Okay, let's take a look at your unicorn oracle. Oh, I looked at this first. Okay, usually it's last. We got 40. Stargate of Lyra. Expand your causal chakra. Enter the unicorn kingdom. We're going to read this card for you, the message, and see what it has in store. Okay. Lyra is a magnificent cross-shaped stargate between this universe and others. Beyond it lies the unicorn kingdom. Archangel Christiel, the wondrous white angel of peace, overlights it. This card invites you to visit the unicorn kingdom through the stargate of Lyra. To turn the page, ask your unicorn to take you there, and Archangel Christiel will open the gate for you. You've got 2 rainbows. That may be a sign for some of you. You may be seeing rainbows, especially double rainbows. You're getting messages through the spiritual world too. Big time. When you enter, feel the ocean of tranquility and love as thousands of unicorns surround you, pouring pure white Christ light over you. This purifies your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Then they stream light into your third eye to expand it and awaken it to higher possibilities. After this, they illuminate your heart center to open it more fully. Finally, they cleanse and heal you at a sound level before cascading sparkling diamond light and generous blessings over you. Look for a quiet space where you can absorb this. This is also a card of higher service. It invites you to develop your causal chakra above and slightly behind your crown, so that it lights up and becomes a portal through which unicorns can enter Earth. To help you, Archangel Christiel will send a finger of his light via the moon to his spiritual center. His light will be stepped down to a frequency that it can accept and will open and activate your personal gateway to the angelic realms. Focus on this transcendent chakra and see it glowing above you like a personal moon so that unicorns can come through to it to Earth. Enter the Stargate of Lyra. Ride on your unicorn to the huge pearlescent gates of Lyra. Archangel Christiel welcomes you and blesses you. Enter the Unicorn Kingdom. As you explore it, receive healings and blessings. This is it. Archangel Christiel's light beams through the moon into your causal chakra. Your chakra expands and shimmers like a personal moon above you. How many unicorns step through it onto our planet? Here's the affirmation for you. My causal chakra is a unicorn portal. Again, this card is indicating expansion. So, and there's an element here of travel. I feel strongly that Virgos, you guys are going to be entering a season of expansion, growth, and travel with the spring equinox. Through learning, through different opportunities that you engage in, different people and situations. This is a card of expansion too. Some of you are pondering, looking beyond where you're at. You may be asking yourself, is this all that there is to life or to my life? Because I feel like you guys are just wanting to go. Just be careful with the Knight of Wands. This is a very impulsive energy that may start things, leave things, start things. This may be a time, the next 3 months, where you are wanting to explore and not be committed to anything or tied down. So maybe exploring different spiritual modalities, for example, different forms of divination. Since if you're watching this, more than likely you are tapped into that. Maybe reading up on different forms of cooking and not committing yourself to one by enrolling in a course, for example, or exploring different parks near you. That's the type of energy that I'm getting here, because it seems like your soul is at a point of, we're ready to go in a new direction. You may not be 100% certain, but you're open. And that's all that is required, is that openness. Let's get your final oracle, work your light. Lemuria. Some of you have past lives or associations with Lyra and Lemuria, which is interesting because I don't always connect to Lemuria. And today, before starting these readings, I made a connection to Lemuria and Atlantis. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Some of you are being activated and called. You're being activated and called, and that you may know. Sometimes you could have a perfect life from what other people deem, and you just know, this isn't it. I need to go. It's time for me to go. There's an energy here, strong Sagittarius energy is coming through, that it's time. My Virgos, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Hey, my Libras, welcome to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. Let's take a look and see what messages are in store and what you need to know. We are going to pull 3 tarot cards, I should say, and 2 oracle. One from Work Your Light and the other from the Magic of the Unicorns. Okay, got the unicorn one. Let's get the Work Your Light. Okay, time to flip them. We got the Emperor, Aries energy. The Chariot, Cancer. Seven of Pentacles, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, Libra. Several things. Some of you are moving or planning a move, like a physical move. Some of you are changing jobs, or you're moving for a job or combination. Some of you are also going to be separating from people, leaving relationships, especially long relationships that you've been a part of. It could be romantic or even groups of people. Because I feel like you are carving out in the spring season and putting your energy and focus on what it is that you want to grow, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. You're putting in the work and you are cultivating this. What's that word for agriculture? I forgot the word, but you're basically tending to what it is you want to grow and what you want to see grow, which means that you may be focused on you, yourself, and not so much others. But I feel like there's a little bit of a direction here in terms of being guided towards fulfillment in this next season of your life. With the Aries energy, there's a commanding, it's a leadership energy of going towards what it is you want, focusing on what you would like to pursue and put your time and energy, and completely using that Martian energy, Mars energy, to go full on, right? And for some of you, that means that you are going to have to shift or change the way that you're doing things right now. Maybe the way you're working, the way you're spending your time, the way you may be sharing your time or energy with other people that are not really supporting what you want to do. Because coming through, because Seven of Pentacles is signifying there's going to be work involved here. Some of you may have been realizing, or you will with the spring equinox, wait a minute, I know it's going to entail some work here. I'm going to put in dedication, time, commitment, perseverance, but that means getting rid of things that don't allow me to do this, that don't support this energy, that maybe serve as distractions. So there's a sense of, again, changing some habits, routines, spaces, people that you may hang around with, things that you used to do that you may be realizing they're not really helping me, or you may be changing how you interact with them. In other words, minimizing your time or spending less time with certain people. I sense an overall change of direction for many folks. Both of these energies, Aries and Cancer, are cardinal or tropical signs, which signify a turning of something and asserting yourself in a different way. With Cancer, it's a more emotional, watery, sensitive nature, but it's something that's more fulfilling. And I feel like many of you, again, there's a complete focus on you. Some of you, clean up energy here. You're becoming the driver. That's what I'm getting. You're becoming the driver to your own life. So if any of you have been dealing with procrastination or self-sabotage or situations where you're like, this is not helping me anymore, I see you completely like bossing up here and saying, that's it. We're going to move away from this, or at least change the way we interact with this and allow ourselves to be consumed by this, because we're getting ready to put in some serious work. Some of you are going to focus on growing. Again, straight up interpretation is wealth, security, abundance. But this also means growing what it is that may provide safety, stability, also where you want to put your energy towards, whatever you're growing, goals. It could be work, it could be a project, it could be a hobby. Many of you are focused on long-term stability right now and getting rid of anything or anyone. And I'm not saying that in like a bitchy way, but you're cleaning up anything that's not supporting that. Let's take a look at your Work Your Light Oracle. We got the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. This one came for, I don't remember, maybe Leo, but I'm going to read it. I feel like this is a new way of being for many Libras. You're about to elevate. Is this a snake? This is a snake. Look. This looks like an old temple. It almost looks Mesoamerican, but I can't tell completely. There's a snake here. You guys are transforming where you are learning to preserve and safeguard who you are and not allow others to distract you, to take you away from what it is that you want to continue, pursue, grow. You're changing that aspect of yourself, and some people may have problems understanding who you are, who you're becoming, and may not understand that about you. Because these energies are like, you know what? They're very much, all of these are angular points. I should say not always, it's not the houses. That's incorrect what I just said. But they all initiate. So there's all very strong leadership qualities with Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra. So many of you guys are owning and taking greater responsibility for yourself, your life, and everything around it. Let's read the initiation card. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you're at right now. You're being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, security, depth, and meaning. Initiations, like rites of passages, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, grief, loss, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day soon you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. Work your light action. Rite of passage, cross the threshold. Whew, that's a big. Libras, you guys are ascending. Whole new level. You're learning how to harness your energy in a new way. Empowerment, I should say. Your final unicorn oracle is 37, which reduces to a 10. Spiritual warrior. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. Both these cards indicate it, and I've mentioned this already. You guys are bossing up here big time, and the spring equinox is going to start reflecting that to you because many of you are, again, cleaning up, taking accountability for yourself, learning to create your own path. You can call it the path of individuation that may lead to self-actualization, but you're growing and learning and allowing yourself to accept this is where I am, this is who I am, where I want to go. And these are big changes that are happening. It could be uncomfortable because you're being asked to stretch yourself to new heights that you may have never been before. And so many of you are creating your own steps forward that you may not see anyone else. Like there's no other steps that you can follow. My Libras, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Let me know if any of this resonated. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful spring equinox. Scorpios, welcome to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. Let's take a look and see what messages you need to know and what's coming to you. We're going to pull a Work Your Light Oracle and see what else is coming. And we're going to pull a Unicorn Oracle. Okie dokie. Your first card, we got the Ace of Cups. Pisces energy. We got the Nine of Swords, Gemini. Got the Strength card, Leo. My Scorpios. Wow. I feel like in this season, you're coming out, I wanted to say, of like an emotional slumber. Especially with the Nine of Swords. There may be stress with loved ones, with close ties, and perhaps in your emotional state. You may have been feeling emotional unrest, emotional fatigue. I wouldn't say confusion, more so exhaustion, stress, worries, anxieties. But more so, there's an emotional fatigue here, which is ironic because we got the Strength card here. So whatever you guys have been going through, and I feel like with the spring equinox, there's an underlying theme here of supporting you or creating fortitude, resiliency, strength. You can say grit too. Some of you may be going through extra emotional times with loved ones, especially close partnerships. There's a potential ending here that I see. Nines indicate endings. Nine of Swords, because after that you have 10 of Swords. And with this Pisces energy, some of you are going to be ending relationships. Or at least ending the way that you're showing up in a relationship or relationships in general. Because I feel like there's stress here. Because Nine of Swords can indicate the point of over mental stimulation. My apologies, you guys. Nine of Swords can indicate the point where your mind is just on all the time and it's causing stress. You may not be able to sleep. Some of you may be experiencing nightmares or disturbances, but it's affecting you. And I feel like during the next 3 months, you're going to grow that inner fortitude. And it's going to allow major healing to occur for you, that it's going to help you discern what it is that you need to do. I feel like some of you that are in these relationships, wow, I keep hearing boundaries. Some of you may have repeatedly put down boundaries or may have repeated conversations over and over, like on the same thing, and it's not getting you anywhere. It's just causing more distress, unrest, more unhappiness. I get right away some of you are going to be separating from people. It could be, again, a partnership, like a romantic partnership, or just friends, people in general. Overall, the underlying theme here is you're gaining strength, which speaks to a more spiritual message coming through about this, which until you're at that point, it's like it doesn't matter, honestly, because you have to meander through the process of a relationship that is destabilizing. At least it's destabilizing you. That's what I'm feeling right away. So some of you, boundaries are needed. Some of you have to speak up for what it is that you want. Otherwise, it's not going to bring you that fulfillment that you want. You're going to feel this way. Let me clarify. Can we clarify the Nine of Swords, please? We got the Eight of Swords. Crap. Be careful of gaslighting yourself or telling yourself things you want to hear, but in reality are not appearing that way. Because I feel like some of you have been in this situation for a while. And you guys are growing emotionally. Whatever is happening is helping you to insert and establish boundaries. Oh my gosh, my apologies, you all. My dogs decided to shake, drink, and eat and made major disturbances. So I'm sorry for the noise. There are repeated themes that have come up. And I feel like in the spring equinox, in the spring season, the next 3 months, they're asking you to highlight what is coming up or what has been repeatedly coming up for you over and over again, especially with this relationship. Or it could be your emotional response too, because something is happening over and over again, which is causing you to feel this way. And it could be you, because the Eight of Swords is something that could be self-limiting, like self-sabotage, you holding on to this belief system or behavior or allowing this type of situation to continuously hurt you. So by staying in it, in other words. So some of you may not be expressing yourself. Can you give us any more about the strength? Thank you. Three of Discs, Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This concerns people. Some of you, there's too many energies involved here. This may be a family unit. You may be part of a family unit with kids. It could be roommates with a lot of people or a work environment. Ultimately, the decision is yours, but I do feel like there's going to be some type of severing, whether it's your emotional response or continuing to allow this to happen over and over again, or changing the relationship in some way. Let's take a look at your work, your life oracle. We got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Look at all the hands here. There's a shitload of energies here around you. Some of you may be feeling overall just exhausted, energetically drained. I'm giving my dogs the look like a parent gives their little kid, like, stop this now. Some of you are exhausted, and I feel like this has to do with energy integrity and management. So some of you are learning how to manage your own energy. Some of you, again, you're sensitives, very sensitive to energy, and you may have people around you, too many people. You're giving your energy away to too many folks. But I feel like strongly this has to do with a close relationship or several. Some of you need to establish boundaries with people. You need to take care of yourself first, because in order to strengthen, this has to do with your aura too. In order to strengthen yourself, you first have to get clear. Well, what is upsetting me? What is causing any stress imbalances? What is happening here first? Identify what it is. Who's involved? Because you're being asked to take steps here. Some of you are way over giving, especially with this energy here. You're way over giving, and not everyone has the best intentions towards you. So you need to learn how to say no. And this spring season, you may experience different situations that are allowing you to strengthen your boundaries, to delineate your boundaries, and tell people no. Your unicorn oracle, we got 5 new opportunities. Declutter your life. Glimpse a magical doorway. You're the first sign that has a person in their unicorn oracle. You got way too many people around you, and I'm just going to keep it general. Too many energies, either involved in your relationships or it's a boundary issue, and it's causing you a lot of tired. You're just tired. It's exhausting. You may be burnt out as well. Let's take a look at this message for you. New opportunities. When you declutter your cupboards, you create space for the new to come in. Your guidance is to tidy up your life now. This doesn't just refer to the physical stuff. A clear out also releases unhelpful thought patterns and emotional attachments. It re-energizes you in the same way that pruning a rose bush encourages the plant to grow bigger and bloom more prolifically than before. This unicorn card suggests it's time for a physical, emotional, and mental sort out. Are your job, home, relationships, and friendships, hobbies, and beliefs serving your spiritual path? Do they fulfill and satisfy you? Do they support you and bring you love and joy? Look carefully and honestly at every area of your life. If you are hanging on to the old because it feels safe and familiar, your unicorn is reminding you that when you weed the garden of your life, it will regenerate. So take the decision to declutter now. When you are ready, ask your unicorn to raise your frequency so that anything new that flows in is a better quality than that which you have released. Ask it to bathe you in its light, for the brighter your aura, the more wonderful the new will be. You are creating an opportunity to step through a magical doorway into a sunlit future. I can't believe it. So many things that I mentioned were in here. Okay, clear the old and glimpse the magic. Here are some steps. Write down the different areas of your life, such as job, relationships, family, home, holidays, hobbies, and beliefs. Rate each one 0 to 10 in terms of satisfaction and joy. Close your eyes and sense your unicorn beside you. Ask it to bless you with the qualities you need in order to release anyone or anything that is not serving your well-being. Then actively declutter your life. Look for the magical door to the new opportunities that await. Here's your affirmation. I am preparing for new opportunities. You guys are also leveling up big time with people. You are, wow. This reminds me of the spring equinox video I just did, and one of the more practical ways to honor and celebrate the spring equinox and the general season itself is to spring clean, not just your physical body and your home environment, but every aspect of your life. My Scorpios, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Welcome, my Sagittariuses, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. Let's get started and see what messages you need to know for the next 3 months. Okay, we're going to pull 3 oracle cards. Excuse me, 3 tarot cards. Let's pluck a unicorn card. And a work your light oracle. Okie dokes. Your first card, Page of Swords. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. 2 of Swords, Libra energy. And 10 of Wands, wow, Sagittarius, fire energy. I get several messages here. Okay, for my Sagittarius, there's some of you have a decision to make, or perhaps even a path that you may want to take or delineate for yourselves. I feel like this speaks to inner turmoil. You may feel conflicted about what to let go and what it is that you truly want to continue learning, honing, and perhaps offering in your life to others. Because I feel like there's an energy of an imbalance happening here. And many of you are wanting to seek balance, but also growing in your own journey. At the same time, especially with the 10 of Wands, there's an energy of trying to unburden yourself from any pain, wounding, anything that just didn't turn out in the way that you want, lack of support, etc. Some of you, this concerns people around you, relationships. I feel like these are similar messages that have come up in the past. I don't feel like this is something new for Sagittarius, but I feel like the next 3 months, it's going to be about realizing that the choices you make, like you always have a choice. You always have a choice, especially when it comes to achieving your inner peace, your inner harmony, and even what you deem as balance around you, because something seems off kilter. And I feel like you may be trying to find it in the spring equinox. And I feel like it has to do with people. Letting go of dead weight, in other words. That's the first thing I got here. And there's a decision you need to make on who or what to let go of that's not serving you, that's not helping you. And that may mean communicating this truth to others in a way that may be difficult for you. It's interesting because I've been seeing this energy a lot. Sometimes we come across people in our lives and we're like, oh wow, I really connected to this person. They're going to be with me forever. And it can be any platonic or romantic relationship. And then we come to find, you know what, like you just know. Sometimes you just know, like you're diverging paths or you're going in separate ways. And the worst thing you can do is hold on. Because this is what happens. You overburden yourself. And some of you may be taking on unnecessary energetic burdens, especially with different folks and situations. And we'll just simply put energies in your life that really you have no business holding on to. And we have those options. We keep trying, holding on, or we delicately, gracefully let go, even if it's painful, even if you have to process grief. So there's something here about you having to either speak your truth to people, let them know about what's important to you, how you're feeling, and what you need. This is coming from you. A lot of throat chakra activations happening with spring season. It's like folks were quiet in winter, and now spring is coming and people are coming out, and it's like I gotta tell people this is how I really feel. Some of you are going to be getting more messages or more insights, news perhaps, about this clarity. I feel like there's an overwhelming feeling of feeling burdened, taking on too much, or preoccupying yourself with too much or too many people. And there's a sense of release, also boundaries. I keep getting that. Stop carrying what's yours. Some of you, this is something like a pattern that you're healing. Especially if you work with other people, or people come to you for advice, or they spill what's going on to you. What is it called? They vent. You may be holding on to a lot of this. This energy has to be released and transmuted, because I sense some frustration and an overall cleansing here. Let's take a look at your work, your light oracle. We got dance with life. Do something to change your energy. There's a stagnancy here, like I mentioned with that. And I feel like, look, 10 of Wands is heavy. Some of you need to release this. And it's time. But with the Two of Swords and Page of Swords, there's something almost like saying, well, wait a minute. What do I do? And the answer and the choice is within you. That's the thing. You make the decision. You have the choice. I'm getting something about control. For those of you that are in connection with others, where they may be using you as support, whatever capacity. It could be significant other, friends, whatever, family. And they may be confiding in you. You may be feeling, again, tired, like you're taking on too much. You may be feeling drained. And that's something that's coming to your awareness here, that you're not made to carry all of that. Some of you may be carrying that, again, from past life issues or controlling issues, wanting to try to control the outcome for this person, try to help them, or thinking you can help them. And most of the time, we as healers, whatever you are, call yourself, but this is human nature too. And it depends on the context of how you've grown up, etc. But as healers, we don't heal people. The only person that can heal themselves is, I'll just say, themselves and the divine. That's it. We help facilitate, and we can be part of someone's process of healing and their journey, right? So there's an element here of releasing control and not holding on to this shit. Some of you are learning to lean into this feminine energy. I'm just getting a reticence, like with this Two of Swords. I'm getting a reticence here, which is interesting because Libra is a masculine energy ruled by a feminine planet, Venus. But Libra is also, or Saturn is exalted in Libra. So it's interesting, the energies that I'm feeling here are counter. And it seems like you want to let the stuff go, but you're having a difficult time. And some of you simply just need to disconnect and stop taking on other people's stuff, other people's problems, and just worry about yourself for a little bit to reinvigorate your own self. Some of you just need to take care of yourself. And I feel like this spring equinox is asking you, it's time to lighten up, which is a beautiful energy that very much matches this spring equinox that's coming. Some of you, if you have the capacity to just take a short break, to take time away from people and protect your energy, but more importantly, rejuvenate your own. Your final unicorn oracle, 44, I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. This is the stellar gateway chakra, which connects to a lot of higher guidance, wisdom, Akashic records. I'll read you the message. Okay. I am presence. Congratulations. When you receive this card, it suggests that you are connecting with your monad or I am presence, or preparing to do so. Your ascension path commences when you anchor and activate your 12 fifth dimensional chakras. Working with your unicorn accelerates your journey. So first, ask it to illuminate your earth star chakra beneath your feet. Then be aware of its pure light moving through your base, sacral, navel, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, causal, soul star chakras before igniting the golden orange chalice of your stellar gateway above your head. Your stellar gateway is in charge of Archangel Metatron and is your link to your I am presence. Your origin. Hey, my Sagittarius, my apologies for the delay, or the cutoff, I should say. Let's continue your reading. Your stellar gateway is in the charge of Archangel Metatron and is your link to your I am presence, to your original divine spark from source. It is directly connected to Nigeli, the ascended aspect of Mars, which is the cosmic stellar gateway chakra carrying peaceful spiritual warrior energy. When you tune into it, your unicorn brings you a download of peace and courage. Archangel Metatron's vast chalice is also connected to the great central sun, and millions of light codes are drawn into your stellar gateway from there. Your I am presence uses them to support your soul and bring you happiness. The most potent I am affirmation of all, I am that I am, enables you to embrace for a fraction of a second the light of your monad. Your guidance is to sit quietly and illuminate each chakra in turn with unicorn light. Then connect through your stellar gateway to your I am presence. How to connect with your I am. Sit or stand quietly. Be aware of your stellar gateway chakra, a huge ball of golden orange light above your head. Ask Archangel Metatron to bring it down over you. Your unicorn lights up. Sense it linking to your I am presence. Know this is accelerating your ascension journey. Your affirmation. I am that I am. My Sagittarius, I hope this reading has helped. I wish you a beautiful spring equinox ahead. I'd love to hear your thoughts if this resonated. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Capricorns, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. We are going to go ahead and see what is in store for you. We're going to look at 3 tarot cards, and then I'm going to pick 1 oracle card from Work Your Light Oracle and from the Magic with the Unicorns Oracle. Okie dokes. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Trying to make sure there's no glare here. 8 of Swords, Gemini. King of Pentacles, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You've got 2 Earth. Capricorns, this is about releasing any self-limiting beliefs, perhaps even self-sabotage, that may concern planting a new, strong foundation around your value, your worth. This could have to also do with or connect with your financial or material goods, your income, the way you earn things, assets, anything of that sort that provides stability and perhaps security under your footing. I feel over the next 3 months, I keep getting like a recycling energy. I feel like over the next 3 months, many of you are going to shift into a more abundant mindset, this is the best word I can use, a more abundant, more wealthy mindset. And it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with money, although there is a lot of connotation in your spread with finances. This is more about your emotional and physical security, your values, how you value yourself, and scarcity, and letting go of the belief that you are not fill in the blank. I'm not enough. I don't know this. I don't deserve this, etc. I feel like there's going to be a release happening here, because there's a new opportunity for you during these next 3 months to up level your mindset, as it has to do with security, safety, worth, value. A lot of this really has to do with the mindset, because when you see things from a different lens and you realize that abundance by its very nature is simply energy, and that we can obtain it in many different ways, whether it's time or money or whatever it is at hand, and we can counter some of these beliefs that we may have had, things start to weaken, disappear. Because I feel like in some place here, with the Eight of Swords, you're holding yourself back. There's a limiting or limitation factor that's been happening. And I feel like the next 3 months, an opportunity perhaps, or even I'm just getting an internal like glow up, but it has to do more with the processing of turning over what you thought or think about yourself, how you value yourself and your time, how you take care of yourself and invest in yourself. Because the more you take care of yourself, almost like you could take care of anyone that you care about, or even your favorite possession. Some people, for example, car. A lot of people will wash it, shine it, make sure it's not dirty, fill it up with gas, get it maintained, etc. That's something that could demonstrate someone that takes care of something they value. So I feel here that the more that you invest in yourself, doesn't have to be monetarily. It's simply, okay, I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to commit to myself and follow through on what I say I'm going to do. This is going to increase confidence, self-trust, and more importantly, esteem. And I feel like there's a big revolving shift, a transformation that's going to happen during this season, where you're starting to see yourself as, hey, I'm worthy. I'm a really amazing person. I don't know why I'm doubting myself in these areas. And I feel like this is going to, because this energy is sandwiched in here. And so I feel like this could be something where you purposely go towards and enact and say, you know what, I need to work on this area of my life. Why am I maybe accepting crumbs or things that I know I deserve better? And it could be anything, relationships, jobs, experiences, projects, friendships, etc. Or it could be an opportunity that comes to you or opens up that almost, quote unquote, tests you in a way to see, am I willing to step up to this challenge? Because I feel like this is going to provide immense internal transformation, which means with the King of Pentacles is someone ends up, the end result here is someone valuing themselves and saying, I am the shit. I'm amazing. I know my skills, my strengths. I know the qualities that I bring to the world, to what I do at hand. I know I'm valuable and worthy just for being me. But there's something about recognizing it here. Because with this energy, you don't. And everyone can tell you outside of you, oh, you're amazing, you're great, etc., etc. But it takes knowing it for yourself. That's the real key. That's where the magic happens. Huge transformation, Capricorn. Some of you are letting go of outdated belief systems having to do with, it could be, again, your value, your worth, what makes you someone that is contributing to society, especially if you have your own business or you're someone that's more entrepreneurial, free-spirited. It could be someone who does more freelance or consulting work, but in general, I see like a strengthening here at the end of the season. There's going to be opportunities for you to test this and to start erasing those limiting beliefs, not to hold yourself back. Sometimes we need to experience that and then prove to ourselves through different situations, through following through on what we said, almost like defending our word, to see, wow, I am starting to see what other people see. And you may also acknowledge, I'm starting to see what other people may not. Because a lot of times other people will project to you things about themselves onto you. So if they don't value or care for themselves, they may demonstrate that to you in so many ways. But this is really beautiful, powerful energy where I see you stepping it up. And at the end of this season, I feel like you're recognizing how beautiful, worthy, and amazing you are. And it starts, this is a very, I would say, strong notion that supports your self-concept and recognizing who you are at that foundational level. Let's take a look at your oracles. We have the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? This looks like there's a dissolution happening with self. Your identity may be shifting. Some of you are letting go of an old version of yourself where you may have acquiesced or appeased people, or may have been overgivers as a way to prove your worth or to show people, hey, I'm good, I'm kind, I'm favorable, I'm amazing, I'm valuable, I have intelligence, whatever it is that you may have subconsciously or unconsciously tried to demonstrate. Sometimes we do things and we don't realize. I feel like that's what's coming down here. Whole value systems are changing. We have Taurus here. I keep getting Taurus, and even though this represents the earth signs, I'm getting strong Virgo Taurus energy coming through. I feel like you're dictating the rules now, which is going to shift things big time around you. Some of you maybe, again, you're going to elevate, so that's going to be different for everyone. You may realize, you know what? I'm getting out of where I live. I deserve better. I'm going to apply for a better job because I know I can make more and be compensated fairly for what I contribute and the values that I bring to what I do. Same thing with people and relationships. But I also feel like the investment in terms of your time and energy, many of you are going to start being more picky about what you put your time towards or what you allow. I feel like I'm having problems speaking, and I know Mercury is about to go retrograde in a few weeks. So there is here something about releasing and knowing when it's time to let things go. Because as you shift, your frequency will shift. That means other people around you are going to notice this. Which, when you're in this energy, you're bossing up. You're leveling up big time. So you are going to essentially get rid of people, probably organically. They'll just drift away, that are no longer aligned to you. Finally, your unicorn oracle, we have 2, pure intention. Find clarity, surrender your ego. You have surrender your ego, and what are you clinging on to? So there's 2 cards here that really point to a receptive energy, a yin feminine energy of it's time to let something go. Could be an old facade, an old identity, who you identified as or with. There's something about self coming through here. And when you shift your self-concept and how you express yourself and your identity, wow, your whole world shifts. It's almost as if someone who's left the medical field no longer calls themselves Dr. So-and-so, maybe head of pediatrics. Maybe they are transitioning to a completely new career. That takes some time to transition and to reacquaint yourself to a new form of expressing yourself and an identity. Same thing whenever you shift seasons, when people become parents, or they retire, or they finish school. You go through a new phase of re-identification. So something here has to be released. It's almost like shedding that snake skin. Let's take a look at your unicorn oracle for further messages here. Okay, making sure it's not blurry. Climbing the spiritual mountain is a sacred quest. So it is important to be very clear about your intention. Dedicate yourself to achieving your goal with integrity, honor, and kindness. Surrender your ego and make sure your motives are totally pure. When you let go of your desire to be right, your judgment of others or yourself, you open up to the beauty of the journey. As we approach the new golden age, the opportunity for enlightenment and ascension is greater than it has ever been. The universe may place challenges and tests in front of you, and you must pass them to reach the top of the mountain. However, your light is bright, so your unicorn is stepping forward to help you on your way. Ask it to guide you and impress you with the choices that will help keep you firmly on your highest path. It will increase your desire to do what is for the greatest good and nudge you towards your true destiny. Keep your eyes firmly on your goal and you will succeed. When you choose this card, unicorns are reminding you that you have everything you need within you. When you set a pure intention, unicorns enable magic and miracles to happen. I just want to say the reference here about climbing the mountain is akin to the Capricornian sea goat climbing from the depth, the emotional waters, up into the mountain. So there's an element here of commitment, perseverance, and knowing that you are going to overcome this challenge, perhaps this major identity, self-expression, transition, transformation in your life. Because when you shift identities, again, with some of the examples I mentioned, your life changes. When you become a parent, your life changes. You're no longer a single person. You have another person you're taking care of. When you become, when you marry someone, same thing. When you become a pet owner, when you retire, etc. To find clarity, find a place where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe in and out of your third eye. Invoke your unicorn and sense or see it in front of you. Tell it that you are ready to follow your spiritual path with integrity and joy. Feel your unicorn touching your forehead with its horn of light. Ask it to help you be clear about your direction. Your unicorn places a ball of diamond white light over you. Relax in it for as long as you can. Your unicorn is guiding you in the right direction for your soul purpose. Prepare to move forward. Your affirmation. My unicorn lights up my path and I walk it with integrity. What a strong and powerful message. My Capricorns, I hope this message has helped and resonated. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what's been happening. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Aquarians, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. Let's take a look and see what messages you need to know for the upcoming 3 months. Okay. I'm going to pluck 3 tarot cards and then 2 oracle cards. Okay, let's get ready and turn these over. Your first tarot card, 5 of Pentacles, Earth energy. We have Taurus here. The Emperor, Aries energy. 3 of Cups, Cancer. Let's take a look. The Aquarians. Wow. There's this energy of the 5 of Coins or Pentacles or Earth. There's something here. There's some fear and anxiety coming up around, it could be your self-worth or your value, but about stability. It could be your emotional stability or physical stability, like feeling safe and secure. And I feel like some of you may be thinking about going out on your own. In other words, if you are currently working for an organization, you may think about becoming an entrepreneur or going freelance or contractor. I get strong qualities just from Aries, ruled by Mars, which could indicate some type of division, separation, splitting up right away. And I feel like some of you it could come in different ways. Some of you may be, because I feel like this taps into folks that are interested in changing their job, but you may not have done it, or changing some aspect of how you bring in your income, work, job, career, profession. And there's several lines coming through here. Some of you may be experiencing like being laid off, and you may be entering this season. And I feel like most of you already know. For those that are tapped into this, you may be entering the spring season feeling a little bit anxious and worried about that. Like, what am I going to do? Fears around security in general. But I feel like there's something creative coming through, especially with working with others. There's something more expansive that wants to come in. And I feel like it's going to start with you wanting to pursue something that I feel like is going to help this process. And for those where it may not be a job, I feel like this simply has to do with a shifting sense of fear, anxiety, and value, perhaps around the unknown. Because a lot of this energy that we're heading into, when you start a new season, you don't know what's going to happen for the most part. You can make predictions, but energies do shift, and people have free will, so things can shift. And I'll say here, there's an energy of individuation and wanting to go out on your own, separating yourself. And for some folks, I feel like there's going to be a time of strengthening who you are, of becoming perhaps bolder, courageous, braver, not necessarily fearless, because fear more than likely is always going to be there, but we can change our relationship and the concept of fear and how we approach it and navigate it. And with the Aries energy, sometimes I'm hearing that song from that show, Wonder Years. I need a little help from my friends. I forgot the singer. Something about leaning on your friends, finding a little bit of help. Because I feel like any fears around the unknown, whether it pertains again to those in the job, financial situation, or in general, there's a fear here and anxiety coming up around security. I feel like you're being asked to take some type of risk, putting yourself out there in a different way, in a new way in this season. And I feel like your community, your groups, the resources you can say, or even your network, they're going to be a big part of this. Connection is coming through strongly. I feel like in this upcoming season, for any of you that are trying to navigate this path, I keep getting like job switches for some of you, career switches, wanting to leave. And some of you are going to strike out on your own, like entrepreneurs, create your own business, start putting your energy into like a side project or side hustle that you want to monetize. And I feel like it's going to expand with the help of your network. Leaning on to support is going to help you either way to navigate both of those circumstances that are coming through strongly right now. Because there's a fear, there's a loss here. Some of you, this could be around loss of individuality of who you are, loss of the identity you once held. A lot of focus on self and relationships in general for many of these readings over the next 3 months. It's been coming through strongly. Some of you also too are learning how to lean on others and not just do it alone, not just do it yourself, not just think you have to have it figured out. Because both of these energies admit, I can do this solo. Peace out, friends. But you also have the Three of Cups. So it's important to lean on your, I'll just call it your support group or group network, friends, family, resources in general for support. Some of you are learning how to reach out as well, and you're going to be practicing that during the next 3 months. It's funny because, well, it's not funny, but I'll just say it's ironic, perhaps weird, surprising how these things happen, because when we look at it straightforward for what it is, we just think, wow, I'm just feeling anxious or fearful because there's a lot of things shifting or changing in my life, and I'm not really sure what's going to come next. And as soon as we go through that and we take some time, and in retrospect, we can go back and look at things from another perspective, a more higher spiritual perspective, then we can see this was happening precisely because it's pushing you and telling you, you can't do this on your own. You're going to have to reach out to people. Yeah, maybe uncomfortable. Yeah, maybe you don't want to go out and tell people this, or this, because there's an element of vulnerability coming through here. Because both of these have a more, especially the Aries, ruled by Mars, has a more stoic energy. And here there's a fear that you may want to keep to yourself because of shame, because you don't want to share with people your private information. So something to be mindful of in the spring season is connecting to people that you feel safe with are going to be key into helping you, whether it's leaning on them for emotional support, or asking them to lend a hand for help, asking them for anything that could help you along your journey during that time. Bob Seger, is that his name? Or Michael Seger? I think I'm mixing the names up. I think Seger, something Seger is the name of the person with the song, because I keep hearing that song. I need a little help from my friends. So maybe this season is going to be about re-strengthening bonds, and also putting yourself out there to continue fomenting those connections with people. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle messages. We have inner temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. Your heart chakra, there's an activation happening. There may be a fear around here. For some of you, maybe you've had a lot of people hurt you in the past. So being alone, maneuvering through life alone, doing things on your own, relying on yourself, or activating some type of independence or ultra independence, maybe your safe zone. But I feel like a stretch is coming, especially regarding emotional stability. You're being asked to lean onto others instead of solely relying on yourself. So your heart chakra is going to undergo a major activation. You may feel, again, flutters, and always make sure that you attend to your health and make sure you get everything checked out. But sometimes with these energetic shifts that happen in our body, you may feel like the heart palpitations or activations, warming happening. You may feel greater compassion or empathy for people, love, almost like little love bursts. And it's really asking you not just to heal anything that maybe has left you feeling like you do not want to rely on others for help, or maybe emotionally connect on a deeper level, but it's activating this because your soul's like, hey, we want to get to know other people. It's time to lean into, it could be new folks or strengthening bonds with people that you care about. For your unicorn oracle, we have 11. Look for the signs. 3 may be prominent because you have the 3 of Cups here. We also have 2. You have 11 here, and then you have 33. This looks like a ball of some sort. Look for the signs. Pay attention. Expect an answer. Your unicorn has many ways of letting you know that it is with you and helping you. It often indicates its presence by drawing your attention to a little white feather. If you see one, acknowledge it and bless it. Then thank the unicorn. If you have asked your unicorn for assistance or for a message, it will always reply. It can give you answers in many ways. It may respond by drawing your attention to a page in a book or an article, or a person may speak the words your unicorn wants you to hear. Be aware of other signals too. Unicorns carry Christ light, which is unconditional love vibrating with the number 33. So this is a sign of their presence. A unicorn toy, t-shirt or picture, or heart-shaped cloud are all indications, horse-shaped cloud are all indications unicorns are with you, as are an unexpected rainbow or a dove of peace. Anything unicorn related in an unusual place can be a sign. Receiving this card is itself a signal that your celestial guide is close to you. Your guidance is to ask your unicorn a question and watch out for the response. It will come. Trust the process. Receive a sign or message from your unicorn. Decide what you want to ask your unicorn. Close your eyes and breathe in pure white light. Whew. Sense or trust that your unicorn is connecting with you. Couch your request respectfully, silently, or aloud in words such as, "Beloved unicorn, please give me a sign of your presence." If you are looking for an answer to a particular question, say, "Beloved unicorn, please show me," insert your question, "in a way that is totally clear to me." Thank it for what it is about to reveal. Then stay open to a sign from your celestial helper. Finally, your affirmation. I trust that my unicorn is bringing me answers. My Aquarians, I hope this reading and guidance has helped. I'm wishing you a beautiful spring equinox wherever you are in the world. I'd love to hear what's been going on and if this resonated. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Welcome, my Pisces, to your spring equinox next 3 months reading. We are going to take a look and see what messages you need to know for the next 3 months. Okay, we got your 3 tarot cards. Let's pull your 2 oracle cards. Okay, first card, we've got the Ace of Cups, Pisces energy. We have the 9 of Wands, Sagittarius, fire energy. And we've got the 3 of Wands, more fire, Aries. There's movement coming up for you guys in the spring season. Several things are coming up here. I'm hearing that song by Heart. Is it Heart? About love? It's an 80s tune. Right away. This could be the opening of a new relationship some of you are about to engage in. Let me see. I'm getting it's going to be 2 different things primarily for people. Soul friendships, unions, people that you feel at home with, and also romantic versions of that as well. So it's going to be different for quite a few folks. So it's essentially connecting to relationships here. Some of you are going to meet someone by doing something that you haven't done, or doing it in a more, perhaps in a new way, an expansive way, like through travel, through a new experience, going somewhere you haven't tried or been to before. There's something here that you're learning, like being part of something new, something that's out of your day-to-day routine, that I feel is going to connect you. I'm getting a strong spiritual connection. Some of you, this person may be someone that's different from you, or from a different culture or different background, and you seemingly just connect. But I feel like you're also learning to expand and grow as a soul. Some of you are wanting to experience new things. And the way you're going to do this in this season, during the spring equinox and spring season in general, over the next 3 months, is by going to places you haven't been to before. Expanding your bubble. Keep getting new things. Try new things. Meet new people. Go to different events. Open yourself up. Because I feel like your heart is looking for emotional connection. You want to be connected to what it is you do. You have to be connected to what it is that you're doing. It can't just be something, trite, something mundane, something just to do. You have to feel that connection. And I feel like it could be a something, but I feel for many it's going to be some type of relationship. You may end up meeting a really good friend, or someone that becomes a romantic interest or partner, or meeting a partner. With the Wands here, I feel like there's going to be a decision with the 3 of Wands. Which is interesting, because usually Aries energy is pretty impulsive. But here there's a decision. Do I go? There's something that I feel is going to happen quickly, though. I'm hearing like this is a time of exploration for you. If some of you are in a period of, you may think you're feeling fickle or non-committal, it's for a reason. It's not because it's going to be this way forever. It's for you to explore and see what you like right now in this season, what's calling to you, because you may, without a doubt, meet someone that's going to help you on this leg of your soul journey to grow. They may say something that you need to hear. I feel like there's going to be a lot of energies, especially with all the fire. There's something too that's coming through about healing. Interesting, because we have both luminaries here. So you're receiving a lot of clarity, a lot of light, like literal light, intuitive messages as well about this. There's major healing all around that's going to be happening over the next 3 months as well. Some of you are seeking greater emotional fulfillment in your life, with people especially, but also with exploration of opportunities, projects, creativity as well, the creative works that you birth. It's interesting because I keep hearing, I'm looking for. It's almost like you're looking for, but you won't have to do that. There's a receptive energy here, where you simply have to follow your intuitive nudges and show up. That's it, and not force anything. I feel like you guys are going to be putting yourself more out there with this fire energy. You're going to be out there, so just take care of your energy. Make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself or burn out, and make sure that you tend to yourself, because I just feel like things are going to pick up quickly and there's going to be a lot of energies around you. Your first oracle, we got trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I get strong Neptunian influence here. Maybe some of you are going through Neptune transits right now, or you could live on your Neptune line, and then you have the angles. This is the energy I'm feeling. It's a receptive yin energy. It's similar to the Ace of Cups here, because you have a lot of masculine energy. I'm trying to pick up the cards. That's why I twisted. A lot of masculine energy here. So again, I said this before I even picked it up. The season will not be about forcing anything. Allowing things to unfold and fully trusting how things go. There's a lot of just buzzing. I feel a lot of buzzing energy around you guys. And practicing discernment, because you may receive opportunities where it doesn't exactly, you're like, no, it's not really sitting with me. Okay, let's look at your moon oracle. We have 29, which reduces to an 11. Mahatma energy. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension. This is the energy here. Some of you, I'm going to say this, that I just got, some of you have like a pre-planned vision of what you're going to do, or you've been doing something where you have found yourself to be successful in, but what you're about to experience may take you on a new path that you may not have even planned, more than likely didn't plan, and you didn't realize, and it may present some type of fear or anxiety under you, because you may question yourself and say, am I on the right path? Is this for me? Am I going in the right direction? And you will know, because you're being guided, strongly encouraged to be guided by your intuition and your emotions, because if you're feeling good, that's a good sign. Let's read from the book, the Mahatma energy. Someone else got this and I can't remember who. What other sign? In the golden era of Atlantis, many great beings contributed toward a special pool of light. It formed a high-frequency golden white group consciousness known as the Mahatma energy. Unicorns added their light to it, as did Buddha, the Christ, the 12 rays, and many others. The Mahatma energy accelerates your ascension 1,000-fold. I'll tell you, the energies here are presented with all the fire that you have. So things may seem like they're moving really fast during spring season. When you choose this card, your unicorn is inviting you to call the Mahatma energy in through your 12 chakras to activate them to their highest potential. Ask it to flow through your energy systems to break up and clear old patterns that no longer serve your growth, and to keep the glands that govern your health and spiritual well-being strong and active. Also send it to others to help their health and their ascension. When the Mahatma energy flows through you, it forms a pool of high-frequency light in the earth below your feet. Your unicorn is asking you to offer it to Lady Gaia to help the planet to ascension. Your guidance is to invoke your unicorn and ask it to hold you in the highest possible light. Then invoke the Mahatma energy to build your crystalline light body and prepare yourself for the new golden age. Call in the Mahatma energy. Be aware of the unicorn holding the light for you. Invoke the Mahatma energy. Sense its golden white light flowing down your stellar gateway, your soul chakra, and your causal chakras. Let it pour into your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart chakras, then your solar plexus, navel, sacral, and base or root chakras. Let it stream down your earth star chakra, which is a silver ball beneath your feet, to form a great pool of light below you. Visualize it spreading out to all parts of the world. Now let the Mahatma energy spread over and through your entire energy fields, breaking up any old vibrations and building your crystalline light body. Know that it is accelerating your ascension. The Mahatma energy flows through me. That was your affirmation. So, my Pisces, expect almost like a whirlwind of shifts and changes to come. Some of you also too may end up moving. But it's like a puzzle piece. You're all being guided and you're being asked to lead with your intuition and your emotions too, to lean into that, because that's where you're going to feel that knowing that you may be looking for. This is confirmed by this unicorn energy, acceleration in your ascension. My Pisces, I hope this reading has helped. I'm wishing you a beautiful spring equinox. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what's going on for you. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for being here. Take a look at the spring equinox video to get a deeper understanding on what this event is all about from a variety of multidisciplinary and multidimensional perspectives. Otherwise, thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Take care.